What up, everybody? Welcome to the Savage Land. Welcome to another episode of Pallet Picks, where I pick up toys that I've had on a pallet for 2 years and basically open them up and tell you what I think about them. And we're starting off here with the #1 fodder figure in the world for his head, just like Eric Killmonger. And be honest with you, man, I actually kind of like this guy. I don't know who the hell he was before I even seen this wave, but as far as a plain Jane civilian figure, he's straight, man. And this is really kind of the first Marvel figure I ever seen, which I know they're out there, that came with pistols, and they got some pretty cool blast effects. Don't know if a real gun fucking does that, but hey, they can always be used somewhere else, just like this guy's head is used everywhere else for a yelling, screaming scene. Now, this figure right here is the reason why I ever picked up this wave. And just to let you guys know, this is really the beginning of Pallet Picks. This is the last full wave of Marvel Legends I ever brought out in a store, just all together. And that was about 2 years ago. And I'm just finally getting around to opening these guys. If you notice in the beginning, you don't see the red skull package on the turntable because I actually opened up that figure 2 years ago because I just couldn't resist, because he was a good figure and I wanted him out of pack. But the rest of these guys, I just opened them up a couple of days ago, and I've really been sitting on these guys since 2021. But Lady Deathstrike let me down. She doesn't have any ab crunch. As far as aesthetic of what I think of Lady Deathstrike, when I think of her, they nailed it. She's there. She's great for being on the shelf, but no ab crunch, single jointed arms because of the big bell sleeves there. And like I said, man, she kind of let me down, but she's good for shelf work. AIM Scientist. Now we're starting to go into a realm of Marvel that I really don't care too much about. And if it wasn't for the MCU, I would have never dug into these guys. Now, I'm all cool with Captain America, Iron Man, and that part of the Marvel universe, but those were never my favorite guys. I am 39 years old. I am a X-Men baby, and I mean the comic, not the cartoon. The cartoon brought me into the comic book, into the toys, etc. So when it comes down to stuff like this, I seen one of these guys in GameStop for $5 maybe 6 months ago because they just wasn't moving, and I didn't pick him up because I don't have any desire to army build this guy. And he's okay. He was really the hardest for me to stand up out of everybody. I pretty much plopped down. And what was that guy named? Oh, the Hood. That was the first guy. He really was actually kind of fun to play around with, more than this guy right here. All right, now we're getting into Arcade, a psycho crazed maniac who pretty much runs an arcade. I actually have the comic book. I think it kind of goes around the time they battle Apocalypse. Please don't get me tongue-tied in that, but Arcade is a late 80s villain. Pretty cool. He kind of looks like I can't think of the guy's name, but he played Lex Luthor in one of the newer Supermans, and they should have got him to play this part, because once this second head sculpt comes up with the longer hair, He looks just like this guy. It's the same guy from the Facebook movie, man. I can't think of this kid name, but he's a pretty well-known actor. And in that Superman movie with that long hair, he looks, yeah, the Batman versus Superman movie, that actor looks just like this guy here, and that's who they should have got to get to play Arcade, or if they ever do Arcade in the X-Men filmation, man. But decent figure. He's great shelf presence. Now, getting to the bad boys here, the best two figures out of this wave is Dormammu and Red Skull, which they pretty much have the same body sculpt, which if you've seen these figures before, you heard this for the past 2 years. Same body sculpt, that same type like sweatsuit, jogging suit thing they got on, like that onesie outfit. But man, they're dope. They have great aesthetic. They come with plenty of accessories. I mean, that's rare for Marvel Legends, especially 2 years ago, to give you figures with like 3 sets of hands. Red Skull has an extra head sculpt there, as you can see when he's coming around. That's awesome. And that is the best Red Skull I've ever seen in toy form. Now, there's probably some other ones, but like I said, I'm not really into that side of Marvel. I don't go hunting down Red Skulls. This is the best one I've seen. They did a damn good job with this. And this Dormammu really surprised me. The body is good. Of course, I've dealt with the Red Skull, but that head sculpt is actually pretty good. And you put it under the light, that thing gets to, flickering and showing different colors, man. And it's really a surprise hit with me. He actually became one of my favorites, man, in this wave. The hood. I forgot I didn't have it on in the beginning, but it's a stupid hood. Look, it made him fall over. Perfect to show you that it ain't worth shit. Now, this is the Build-A-Figure in this wave, Xenomu. He's a Hulk villain. I do not know nothing about this guy. I know he can telepathically speak. He has some other stuff going on with him. And to be honest with you, when I got this wave, it wasn't to build the Build-A-Figure. It was to get Lady Deathstrike initially, then Red Skull. And then I was like, you know what? Let's get these other guys a try, and I did. Now, by the time I brought this wave, I already had 2 Build-A-Figures, which look just like this, which is my man from God, I can't think this morning, Alpha Flight and Wendigo. Yeah, Sasquatch and Wendigo are basically this figure right here, so you don't get anything really special when you put this guy together. But I said, hey, what the hey, I got me another big guy in my collection as far as a Build-A-Figure. So there you go, Xenomu, yay. But I had to get through this, man. If this is your first time watching my channel, give me a like, comment, subscribe. If you don't, hell, give me a view later on down the road. We do this for the love and beauty of action figures. And until the next time I see you, God bless.